What's up, traders? Matt from the Trade Brigade here doing a technical analysis on ticker symbol GOEV for Canoo Inc. On the left-hand side, we are looking at the daily time frame, and on the right-hand side, the 30-minute intraday time frame. First things first, we need to address the elephant in the room, the huge bullish green candle here that we've printed on solid green volume. Let's dissect this a little bit more. The first thing I want to do with you is, since this is more of an update, we did cover it recently, is just check in on the levels. How were they? Did they react the way we wanted them to? And checking in, to look at that on the 30-minute chart, I would say yes, right? The first initial drive higher came into our number at 683. You can go back and watch the video. We've had that number, and it formed a bull flag here on the 30-minute perspective. Next break, where did it go? Right up and into our 760, pulled back, and our next move went where? Into our next number, 787. So it's not really, I'm not saying this to say, oh, look, we got it right, but I'm telling you this because this is how you use the numbers, right? You're not looking for price to come into here and then say, okay, that's it, immediately I'm going short, we're at overhead resistance, it has to come back down, right? That's not how it works. Instead, we get into the number, you then analyze the context of the actual move. Was it a bullish move? Was it a slow grind into it? Are we consolidating? Are we pulling back hard? And then you make a decision, right? So that's how you use these numbers that I'm giving you in these videos on a day-to-day basis. The next thing I want to point out about the bullishness of today's activity was that instead of volume looking like this, so huge spike in the morning and tapering off into the afternoon, it was the exact opposite, right? So we had a steady ramp of volume into the end of the day. That strikes me as bullish. The next thing we'll do, of course, is break out the Fibonacci's. And again, it's not going to take a rocket scientist here. I'm not even going to bother clicking. Consolidation there well above the 38.2. Consolidation here above the 38.2, here above the 38.2, and here never even getting into the 38.2. But what I want to leave that on the chart for is because you can see the first 38.2, the first blue line there, is at 719, sort of just above our 711. So I would make the argument that the 711 is going to act as structure, right? You can see that from back in here. As long as we consolidate in here, and it doesn't have to be 719, it can be 711, that's fine, that would strike me as bullish. And I also think we're due for some consolidation, just because if we remember how buyers and sellers act, right? Someone had to exert a lot of effort to get where we got today, and that's going to be the buyers, right? So if they have a chance to catch their breath, bullish consolidation happens above 711. We're looking for the break up and over 787, today's high, simply coming from prior resistance, then offering some support and congestion in here. A breakout would take us where? Well, to our next major daily resistance level, which I would argue is here around 843. 50 SMA will be coinciding for a super resistance here. And then the next one I encourage you to have on your chart would be 933, simply because we had prior support, then act as resistance. So a very technical level there. But again, a day of consolidation, even two, something that looks like this, as long as it holds on to 711, strikes me as bullish. The last thing I'll leave you off with is a resistance trend line. It's not the strongest one, but it is one nonetheless. If we go in from our high and connect with this high, so again, anchor is here, touch one is here, we're right at it, right? So that's one more reason why we could see some consolidation instead of just explosive movement right up through it. So a little pause here, catch our breath, and then breakout, in my opinion, would be the most bullish outcome for Canoo Inc. That's going to wrap up today's video. If you enjoyed it, let me know down below in the comments section or by giving the video a thumbs up. Don't forget our main channel is linked down below. And all of that being said, I wish you a green trading week.